Hello and welcome to my channel, The Danish Readaholic. Today I am talking about some books that I would love to see as movies or TV shows. So before I get into this list, I just want to apologize if you can hear any background noise. I had to have my window open because it's so damn hot outside, even though it's raining. So, yay! So I'm sorry about that, but I think without further ado, let's just get started. So I have two middle grades to talk about and the rest is YA. So I think we'll start with the middle grades and then move on. So the first one is obviously Land of Stories. I could not make a list like this and not include this. I love Land of Stories. And I think that it would actually both work as a movie, but also as a TV show. With the movie, I would say that it would be similar to Harry Potter in the way it's set up. So every book would be one movie. But I think I would actually prefer it as a TV show so that every book would be a series or a season. I don't know. I would just love that. And to see these characters come alive on the screen, that would just be amazing. I could try and cast them if that is something that you guys would be interested in. I could do a reaction to this video and then cast who I would think would fit as the characters. So let me know if you want to see me do that. But for now, I'm just talking about why I would love to see this book happen as a TV show. I just think that there's so many great things that happens in this book. The fact that it is the classic fairy tales that we all know and love, but then with a twist, I don't know. I'm here for it. I think it would just be really, really fun to see and follow along on all of the adventures that the characters go to. I don't have that much to say about this particular book, but that's also because it's been a long time since I read it. So all the details I can't really go into. And I've also kind of decided to make this spoiler free so you can watch this video without feeling that you're being spoiled for the content in the books. So it will be a rather short video. I can make a spoilery version of it if you would love to see that, because I do have some specific scenes that I think would be fantastic on the big screen, but I don't want to go into that here because this will be spoiler free, or at least I will do my best. The next one I don't think will come as a surprise, but Tale of Magic by Chris Colfer. I think this should be kind of a spin-off of, or not a spin-off, but a companion TV show to The Land of Stories. Similarly to Vampire Diaries and the originals, there's crossovers, and I feel like that would be so much fun with this, even though it couldn't technically be crossovers, but you know what I mean. If you read the books, you'll know. I just want to see the magic. I want to see the Ice Queen that is in this. I want to see the characters that we know from The Land of Stories, but when they were younger. So I feel like this would be so much fun. Now we're gonna go into the YA, and for these I kind of have more specific things to say, some of them. So yeah, first up we have Grace and Fury. I would love to see this as a TV show. I would just love having this multiple POV thing where we follow both Serena and Nomi obviously at the same time. So we would switch between the two locations. And obviously, with the amount of stuff that happens in this book, every episode could end with a massive cliffhanger. And that is just what we need. That is what we need, guys. I would love to see people's reaction to this as a TV show, because I feel like for some reason people have been sleeping on this book, and maybe it's just me who's been really late to the party, because I know that this was actually in a fairy loot some time ago, but I just didn't read that much at that point. It was in 2018. So maybe the hype for this has been there and now it's over, but I don't know. I'll keep talking about it because this needs to be a thing. I would love to see it, and I would love to see both Serena and Nomi, and honestly, Serena's transformation, but on TV. Yes, please. Next up is one I don't really have that many specific things to, but The Never Tilting World by Rin Chupeco. I would love to see this as a movie, I think. I think this would work better as a movie for some reason, but still with the multiple POVs. But instead of switching between all 4 characters, we would switch between Odessa and Heidi. Obviously, Odessa would sometimes be close to Tianlin, and Heidi would be close to Arjun, and then we would follow them like that, but I don't think that we should see them from their points of view, simply to make it easier to understand, because I feel like if you put too many POVs in a movie, it's gonna be confusing. I think that would work better in a series maybe. I would love to see this, and I think it would work better as a movie due to the way the story unfolds, the premise, and the way that the world is built. I feel like that would be so interesting to see what they would do if they were to make this into a movie. And now we're going into like my top tier books, in case you're wondering. And let's start off with Graceling. I would like to see the entire Graceling series. Obviously, I have not read the last ones, and I know there's also going to be a 5th one, but I've read the first 3. I would love to see them as a TV show, I think, where we follow Katza and we follow Fire and Bitterblue. So the 3 like main characters. I would also probably say that it should be something like we follow Katza for the first season, we follow Fire for the next season, we follow Bitterblue for the next. Then you could potentially, of course, based on how well the TV show would go, but you could write your own continuation of the story so that it would be Katza, Fire, Bitterblue, Katza, Fire, Bitterblue, and then there would obviously be crossovers in any way possible between them, and I think that would be very, very interesting. And also, I would love to see Katza just be the awesome person that she is. I would just love that. Next up, we have Bone Criers Moon by Catherine Purdy. I need to see this happen. I would love, like, this might be a little bit spoilery, but it's more about the location than what happens there. But in the caves, I would love to see those kind of scenes, and I would also love to see the ending, like where they ferry the spirits, if you know what I mean. I would love to see that. Honestly, it would be so gorgeous. However, I don't know why I said however, but I do feel like this would work better as a movie than a TV show. A lot of stuff obviously happens in this book, but I feel like it's not enough for a TV show where you would have to keep people watching, and I feel like it would do better as a movie than it would a TV show. And honestly, I would love to see the chemistry between Bastian and Eilis. Like, I'm here for it. We're close to the end. We have 3 left. And the next one is Kingdom of the Wicked. I think the main reason, not the main reason, but one of the big reasons why I chose this is because of the setting. Like, the Italian setting in, like, I don't know when this is supposed to be set, but like some time ago, I guess. I want to say the 60s, but I'm pretty sure it's not the 60s, but you know, I would love to see it. And I've been in Italy, not at the specific place that it's supposed to take place, but like I've been to Italy, I've seen the Italian churches and stuff, and I feel like the vibe that this book gives me would be like just the best. And I also feel like it would give a little bit of a different setting from what we usually see in like YA TV shows, if you can call it YA TV shows, but I feel like this would be very unique. And I also feel like the cast, not that I know who I would cast, but I feel like the cast would be very interesting to look at as well. And the demonic presence, I know people would love it, and I have a feeling that Wrath would be like the next Damon Salvatore, especially if we cast it right. So the last 2 I don't think will come as a surprise as to what I've picked, but we've got These Violent Delights, Need It to Happen. And I also follow Chloe Gong on TikTok, and I saw that she kind of cast who she saw as the characters, and I was just like, yes, thank you. I need that. But honestly, everything about this book I need to see on the big screen. I forgot to say, Kingdom of the Wicked, I would love to see that as a TV show. These Violent Delights, also a TV show. I feel like it would do very well. You could always add a little more. I feel like this would be easier to add a little more action than, say, Bone Criers Moon, because it is already action-packed and you could always just crack it up a notch without changing too much of the plot. I feel like that is definitely a plus accessibility. Not that it needs to, I'm just saying that you could. This is just so great. I love this book with all of my heart, and I would love to see it as a TV show. It would just be very, very interesting, and especially with the 1920s setting. Like, I remember from when I was watching Vampire Diaries, when they had the flashbacks to the 20s, I was like, yes, I am here for it. And then I also think the magical element, or not the magical, but the monstrous element that is in this book, I think it would do great on TV. And because I feel like it was a very interesting development, and I didn't expect it to happen, and I didn't understand why it was happening. And then when I got the explanation as to how this was possible, I was like, it actually makes some kind of sense. The last one I want to talk about is The Raven and the Dove. Those wings on TV. I would do this as a TV show as well. I think most of my choices are TV show, but that is also because I just watch more TV shows than I watch movies for some reason. I don't know why. I saw Maleficent the other day, and all I could think about was, oh my god, let's make a TV show with somebody that has those majestic wings that she has. And then I was like, The Raven and the Dove, obviously. Like, to create the world with the floating islands and all the birds just flying around, I would die. That would be so amazing. And also, I feel the story could definitely carry over to TV. I would, however, dial down on the POVs. I think the 4 main characters would be fine, but no more than that. As I've mentioned before, I think The Raven and the Dove, and especially The Hunter and the Mage, they have a tendency to have the 4 main characters POVs and then sometimes side characters. I remember that in the second one there is at least 7 different POVs, and that is too much. So I would keep it at the 4, and then the extra ones, we would have to figure out something else to do. So yeah, that was all the books, or I could have come up with more books, but that was like the books that I feel like definitely deserve to get a shot on the screen. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a comment if you have any books that you feel like would do amazing on TV or as a movie, let me know. And also, if you have any recommendations, just give them to me. Obviously, I recommend all of the books that I just mentioned on this list because they are top tier books. If you like this video, please hit the like icon, and if you want to see more of my bookish content, please hit subscribe. It would mean the world to me. And until I see you next time, bye!